How can you set a goal and follow through on that goal? In the busy world that we live in today, we have an idea of what we want. You might even have wrote down what it is you want, but then things and situations and people start flying out of the woodworks, and we run into challenges and obstacles and barriers that slows us and holds us back from achieving that goal. So what is it we can do to set goals, but not just set them? How can we follow through on those goals to guarantee that they become a reality in our life? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step process for you to set goals and actually follow through on them. Let's get right to it. I think it's incredible that you're here right now, because that means that you're ready to create and set goals for your life, but you don't just want to set goals and forget about them, right? A lot of people write down a goal and then they might take one or two actions towards it, and then they never look at the goal again. And you might know these things as New Year's resolutions, right? We write them down and then we forget about them about a month and a half later. But you're not here because of that. You're here to set a goal and actually follow through to get the results that you want. And what I want to do is give you a few strategies that you can use to make this goal real to you, to actually take this goal, this idea, this vision, and implant it into your nervous system so that you're thinking about it and literally feeling this goal every single day. I don't know if you've heard this quote or not, but Earl Nightingale used to say, "You get what you think about most of the time." And I like to take that idea and I like to say it a little bit differently. I believe that once you set a goal and once you truly internalize that goal, once it becomes a part of your very being, then it's practically impossible for you not to make progress towards this goal and obtain it. The first step here is to choose a goal or a vision that's very important to you. Something that causes you to feel something, right? You need to have something that's compelling, because if you set a goal but it's not very important to you, then you're probably not going to take actions towards it. It's like when a friend tries to tell us what we should do, right? We say to ourselves, okay, I'll try to do that. But because that goal is not very important to you, you might take one or two actions and then stop because it wasn't your goal in the first place. Or your parents might have told you, maybe at some point in your life, or maybe you're at this point in your life now, son, you need to go to college, right? You need to get a degree, you need to get a job, and then retire. But what's the problem with that? That's not your goal. That's the goal in the roadmap that other people tried to give you. And we're in a society where so many people are given goals that were never their own, and they achieve those goals, and they have these signs of external success such as money, nice car, nice home. But these people aren't happy, because money doesn't just equal happiness, right? Fulfillment doesn't come from what you do for a living. In my opinion, fulfillment comes from living out your purpose. Fulfillment comes from creating a goal that's truly important to you, a goal that you feel deep inside, a goal that compels you to make progress and move forward. I believe that happiness is progress. Happiness is making steps in the forward direction. Now, once you have that goal, right? You could even pause this video and write down a few things that you want to achieve. And once you have it, the next step is to see the goal. See what the outcome looks like before it even happens. You can call this forward thinking. You can call this conceptualization, if that's even a word, or you can call this visualization. And whether you're familiar with visualization or not, I want to tell you this quick story to show you the power of seeing your goal completed before you even start taking action towards it. There was a college basketball team. I forgot what college it was, but they took this basketball team and they ran a study. They took the team and they split them into teams of 3. The first team had the instructions to not play basketball for the next month. They were told to not touch a basketball, to simply go home, go to school, do their studies, and live life without basketball as a part of it. So they did that. The second team, they told to go to the gym every single day for an hour and practice free throws the entire session. Practice throwing the basketball, getting it into the hoop, making it have a nice swish, right? And then the third team, the third group of this basketball team, they told them that they're to lay down on the floor and simply think about playing the game of basketball. They're told not to touch a basketball. While the other people are playing the game of basketball around them, they're laying on the floor for an hour each day, thinking about shooting free throws, thinking about doing the same thing that the actual group to the right of them is doing. And what they found from this study was extraordinary. 30 days later, a full month later, they found that the team who didn't play the game of basketball, they didn't show any improvement, as to be expected. But what they found was the team that actually practiced shooting the basketballs through the hoops, they improved by 24%. That's pretty good, right? A month worth of practice, they got a lot better. But the extraordinary part isn't even that. The extraordinary part is the group of people that was laying on the gym floor thinking and visualizing themselves playing the game of basketball and shooting the free throws in their mind, their theater of imagination. They improved in the game of basketball by 23%. They almost improved the same amount as the people who were actually playing the game. And all they were doing was doing it in their mind, as if they were watching themselves in a movie shooting the basketball. And that is what I advise you to do when it comes to your goals, right? They actually have done studies where if you sit down on your couch and you envision yourself doing bicep curls, like you're at the gym lifting heavy weights, you are actually activating the same muscles in that moment as you would be if you were actually at the gym itself. They've taken runners and they told runners to sit on the couch or lay down and visualize themselves jogging or sprinting. And while they're seeing themselves in their mind do this activity, their muscles are actually responding, doing that in their mind and in their body and their physiology. But they're not actually doing the activity at all. So imagine if your goal is to earn more money. Well, what does the end result of that look like? What will that money allow you to do? What if your goal is to release a certain amount of weight from your body? What does the end result look like? What will you look like? What will you feel like? See that in your mind's eye and see it every single day. You can make this a part of a morning ritual. You could do this while you're in the shower, as long as you're going to be careful about it and not fall down, right? But visualize yourself doing what it is you want to do. Don't just set a goal and see it. See the end in mind, see the outcome, truly internalize that goal. And the more you do this, the more you visualize, the more you internalize this goal of yours, the better you're going to get as you make progress towards it. Now hold on just a minute. I just noticed that you weren't subscribed to the channel. So go down here, hit that red subscribe button, and then next to it, hit that bell. When you hit the bell, you're turning on notifications so you see all the new videos that we release on this channel every single week. Now let's get back to it. Now that you've set a goal and you've visualized yourself achieving it and you've seen the outcome before it happens, you've internalized the goal. Now the next step is to ask yourself every single morning, what is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 things that I can do today that will bring me closer to making this goal a reality? You know, there's something called the compound effect, which I've talked about in many past videos, where if you want to achieve something over time, you only have to do one thing each day that will move you closer to the end result. We call it doing what moves the needle. Not doing all these other things that makes it seem like we're busy, but doing things that will actually bring us closer to where it is we want to be. So every morning I create what I call my power list. And if you haven't seen my video where I talk about the power list, I'll link to it right up here for you so you can go check it out. But the power list is cool because I literally write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my journal in the morning every single day. And I write down the things that I want to achieve and accomplish that day. And at least 1 or 2 of those things are in complete congruence with what it is I'm looking to accomplish with my goal. So I write down my goal, I internalize it, and then I ask myself each day, what is 1 or 2 things I can specifically do to make progress towards this goal? And the final step is simple. The final step is see how you're doing. Gauge your results. If you're taking actions and it's not moving you any closer to your goal, as an example, if you want to release a certain amount of weight from your body, then if you're eating a certain type of meal each day and you're not seeing the result that you want, adjust your approach. Try something different. If you're not getting the result, don't keep doing what's not working. Try something new. And after you know what you want, internalize it. Write down 1 or 2 action steps each day and start adjusting your approach. It's only a matter of time before your goals start attracting to you as if you were a magnet attracting all these magnificent things in your life. Because that's what's going to happen. Once you follow this process, incredible things will start flying towards you in your life. You'll see opportunities and outcomes and situations and people that you'll meet that will help you to achieve all of the goals that you create. Because this isn't just some happy formula. This is the science of achievement. If you follow this formula, there is no doubt that you will achieve your goals and live a happier life. Because remember, progress is what equals happiness. Now that you have goals for your life and you know how to follow up and internalize those goals, click the first link in the description below because I want to give you a free copy of my book. It's called Be Extraordinary, Your Guide to Self-Mastery. When you click the link, enter your name and your email and I'll send you over a free digital copy because it's going to help you to achieve self-mastery in the 5 key areas of life. And it's going to give you step-by-step formulas and challenges as well as strategies that will help you to achieve self-mastery in those areas. And I hope it serves you well.